I spent 30 days on third eye meditation and I saw the results of the election and a lot of other things. I've been thinking about how to explain this to you without sounding completely insane, but I couldn't really come up with a good way, so I asked ChatGPT to help me explain this a little bit scientifically so that you can understand where I'm coming from and how this is even possible. According to ChatGPT, explaining the third eye experience scientifically can be fascinating. The third eye is often associated with the pineal gland in the brain, which has some intriguing scientific connections to perception and mental states, visualization, and neurological activity. Third eye meditations often involve visualizations, which activate the brain's occipital lobe responsible for vision, and stimulate the prefrontal cortex, which manages focus, memory, and emotional regulation. Repeated focus on visualizations can enhance the brain's ability to access deeper states of calm and awareness, possibly explaining some of the inner visions or sensations that people report. This is our brain's own ability to visualize and create an internal reality, which then impacts directly our external reality. This is not quite future sight, but we'll get to that in just one moment. Then there's gamma and theta brainwaves, which are scientifically linked to heightened awareness. Deep meditation increases gamma and theta brainwaves, and gamma waves particularly are associated to the aha moments of understanding, while theta waves are associated more with intuitive and dreamlike states, which some people experience as a deeper knowing or a connection to the subconscious. So then I asked it to dive deeper on this to speculate a little bit about how this might cause future sight. This is not entirely scientifically proven, but this is speculation based on the scientific evidence that does exist. First is recognizing our brain's predictive power. Our brain is an incredibly sophisticated prediction machine, constantly processing patterns from past experiences to anticipate future events. This process, known as predictive processing, allows us to make an educated guess about what's coming based on previous knowledge. Meditation, especially when focused on the third eye or intuition, might heighten this predictive capacity by enabling the mind to piece together subtle clues we might overlook in a busy and distracted state. This focused awareness could manifest as an intuitive or future sight, where we anticipate outcomes more accurately. Basically, with meditation, your brain can become a pattern recognition machine, and if you're already neurodivergent of any kind, this could become a superpower as long as you're very careful and vigilant about your practice. I'm not going to go through all of its possible explanations, but the final one I'm going to mention is how I think that I access this information, which is quantum theories of consciousness and time. While more speculative, so take this with a grain of salt, some quantum theories suggest that consciousness might be able to access information beyond linear time. Theories like quantum entanglement and non-locality propose that information may exist in a field accessible to the consciousness in a way we don't fully understand yet. If true, this might mean that during intense meditation or altered brain states, we could pick up on potential future information through a kind of subconscious resonance with that information. This is highly theoretical, but it could explain why some people report visions or insights that later align with future events. How I like to explain this is to imagine that you as a 3D character are just reading a book, and in that book, to the character, each page is a new day. They can never exist in all the pages at once, so they can never see their future. They can only remember their past because they've already gone through that page, that specific page, but whenever they are existing on a particular page, they cannot see the future pages. Now imagine though that that character in the book could for one moment access what you can see, which is the ability to just flip through that book forward, backward, see anywhere you want in it, and tell any particular piece of time what happens in a future point in the book. If you could, as that two-dimensional character, see as a three-dimensional character, you would have access to your entire timeline. So now what if that was possible for you in the 3D, to go into the 4D and flip through your 3D reality like a book and simply look forward into time and see what is about to happen? If this is possible, why doesn't everyone do it, right? It is a lot harder to access these states than you might believe or than you might be told. If anyone tells you that this is a very simple thing, they are lying. It is not only difficult, but it is dangerous in a lot of cases because it can lead to issues of the mind if you're not able to process, if you're not able to see this without losing your mind a little bit. So this is a very careful practice that you must do, but it is technically accessible to almost everyone. I'm honestly not comfortable sharing everything that happened to me throughout this third eye experience here publicly. I will share it privately in my community if you want to go there, but I'll give you one guess who I believe will win this election based on my expression. I'm not going to say it, but just based on my expression, you can guess who I saw to win. So I'll leave it at that. Join the community if you want to learn more about these practices, about my experience, and also for everyone that uses my hair oil, shipping to Canada is now open. I don't know if it's a coincidence that I'm announcing this today, but the meditations help me manifest it. I'm Himal, and I'm here to help you meditate.